Alright, today on the bench we're just making a video about the new Traxxas TRX-4M. I have both the new models that are available at the moment. First one is this Land Rover Defender, and I've got it in the red version, which is this one just here. Second one is the Ford Bronco, the new 2021 shaped Bronco. Obviously I've got that one in the blue as well. These are the first two models that they've brought out in this new style TRX-4M. I'm guessing the M stands for mini. These are a lot smaller than your normal crawlers. These are 1/18th scale as opposed to your normal 1/10th. As you can see here beside, this is the 2021 TRX-4 Bronco. This is the 1/10th version, and if I put the 1/18th version next to it, you can see the size difference, quite a bit smaller. Same with on this side, I've got my TRX-4 Defender 1/10th scale with the 1/18th scale next to it. Quite a bit difference in size, as you can see. So yeah, these are your mini crawlers, 1/18th scale. They're really cool, actually. They handle quite well. I don't have the bodies clipped in all the way at the moment, just to make it easier to get them off with one hand while I'm doing this video. But they do have Traxxas's clipless body removal that you've seen on most of them. So simply take it off. It has a clip there at the front and a clip at the back, and it recesses down into here and into here, and I'll show you how that works in a minute. These bodies themselves, they are a hard body, hard plastic body. So they're not a Lexan, they're a hard plastic. Quite detailed. This Bronco here, you can see it's got the matte black roof, clear windows, got all your scale details like your handles. On the back, it's got a fake spare tire, roof racks on the roof, fenders, which are like a matte plastic, mirrors, wipers. You can put functional LED, and they do make an LED kit for this, the Pro Scale lighting system. It's ready to go bolt straight in. Very detailed body for a 1/18th scale crawler. They look really, really nice. This is the chassis itself, which is basically like your normal TRX-4 chassis, just scaled right down. Like, it's very, very similar looking. It doesn't have your portal axles like what you see on the bigger brother, but it's just a completely different size crawler. Everything on it pretty much is plastic apart from these chassis rails. They are metal. Yeah, it's very cool. They come with a battery from the factory. I'll just try and get this out to show you. Comes with this little Traxxas 7500 mAh 2-cell LiPo. The truck actually comes with that from the factory. You don't have to buy it. And it also comes with this little USB charger, which charges that battery actually fairly quick. I've never had it completely charged, like from dead empty to full, so I'm not sure how long it normally takes, but around about half an hour, 40 minutes or so, and charge the battery. So not too bad at all. At the moment, you do have to use this little charger that they come with, because as you can see on the battery here, they've got this proprietary little battery plug, and that's what this little charger has as well. So even if you've got your normal Traxxas LiPo chargers, you won't be able to use them to charge this battery at the moment because of that plug that they've put on there. And if you're going to use it with the installed sort of ESC/receiver setup that they have coming from the factory, as you can see, it also has that different style battery plug that nothing uses. So at the moment, to use this ESC and the battery and everything that comes with it, you just have to use that little charger, which, to be honest, I don't think is too bad, because it works, it does the job. The models themselves do come with the TQ, the basic TQ Traxxas radio, but you can repair it to like your TQI style like this, which is what I did, because I've got literally probably 50 of these laying around. So I just paired mine to the TQI just because it's got a few more little options and you can use the app and things like that. So I just paired it to one of my TQIs. I do that with a lot of my Traxxas models. I just use the one remote TQI for all of them. So that's what I've done with these here. They've come out with quite a few cool little accessories for these little guys. This is the stock motor that it comes with, which is basically like a mid-speed motor. They make a low-range crawling motor. They make a high-speed motor, and this is your mid-speed one. So this is the one it comes with out of the box. For crawling, I've tried it out. I don't really like this gear ratio in this motor for crawling. I think it's built a bit more for the faster speed. It's not the fast one, but it's a lot faster than I'd want for crawling. And I noticed that it bogs down a fair bit when you try and crawl over things. You have to pull the trigger down quite a bit to make it move. So I think the lower gear ratio with the different motor would be a perfect setup. So I will be changing that transmission ratio to the lowest one you can get. And I'll give that a go. It comes with a little micro servo in here. That's just one of those little typical Traxxas LiPo servos. It does the job for these little guys. As you can see, it does have little LEDs from the factory in the bumper there. Nothing in the rear. These tyres themselves, no foams, quite soft, fairly grippy. I didn't find these tyres to be great crawling. They're all right, but obviously you can always get better tyres than what you get from the factory. Shocks are really nice. They're really nice actually, and they're oil filled. So unlike a lot of the other mini scale crawlers, they just have a spring and they're a lot bouncier. These are dampened a bit because they've got the oil in them. So I actually find they perform quite well. As you can see, the battery strap here is one of the like flexible rubber ones that hold down. No dramas with that at all. Bumpers on the front are plastic, front and rear. Underneath here, it doesn't have the selectable locking diffs. It is just locked all the time. So the front is locked, the rear is locked. Little drive shaft in the middle is plastic. These links here are plastic. But for what it is, I don't really think you need steel ones. They make upgrades for literally every part on this. You can put steel links, you can put everything in them. But they try to make this cheap, and it is cheap. It's a lot cheaper than buying a 1/10 scale crawler, and a bit of fun, but you can always upgrade it and spend as much money on it as you want. At the moment, these are just stock. I haven't changed anything. I will end up changing these tyres, I would say. But other than that, I probably won't change anything else on it. I might add the light kit. This, like I've said before, this controller here is like that ESC and the receiver in one. So if you want to use another like transmitter apart from a Traxxas one, you will have to replace this and find an ESC that's going to work with the motor. Like, you'll have to do a lot of work, but at the moment I haven't done any of that. I've just been using it stock. If I show how this body clips on now, so get it round so it's the right way. If I get the body here, to put the body back on, simple as this. Push it down, done. That's it. The body's on. That is seriously the best system. There's no body clips. To get it off with one hand, you just push the front off, then go to the rear of it, and same deal, body's off. Like, it's that easy. I'm using one hand. If you're using two hands, it's a 2-second job. So that's how that goes on. This Defender here, exactly the same. There's nothing on the inside of this that's not on the inside of the other one. Every single part is identical. Comes with the same battery, same chargers, same remotes. Everything's the same, just the body is different. As you can see, this is the color scheme I picked. They do come in multiple different colors. It does have clear windows. You can see through them, mirrors, headlights. Like, this is the same. They have the Pro Scale lighting kit for this as well. You can add the light kit to it, but this is just how it comes from the factory. It comes with this roof rack, scale accessories on the back, a little faux jack and fuel cans, tyre. This is like a matte plastic here, little faux winch on the front. It looks really cool. Once again, it's a hard plastic body. It is not Lexan, so it does add a little bit of weight, but it does add that scale look. It actually looks quite flash. So if I turn him around and I know that lead's hanging out down the bottom down there. I should just tuck him in out of the way. doesn't want to agree with me, but we'll get around that. So you just push it down, that's it. That's it, like, that's the best body mounting system. Honestly, no body clips, quick and easy. Just one clip at the front there and the back. That's how quickly you can take the body off, push it down, locked on again. Oh, didn't quite do it because of that lead, but you get the point. If you're using two hands, a lot easier. That's what they look like side by side. Very similar in size. I think this Defender is a bit more top heavy because it has the sort of heavier, taller body, which is the same as your big TRX4s. The Defender was always a lot more top heavy than the Bronco over there. But yeah, you pick the truck for the job that you want to do. If you're just doing trail riding and not doing extreme rock crawling, the Defender's cool. Looks cool, looks a bit different to the other ones. This one will be a bit more, if you upgrade it, the body on this would be a bit lighter and probably handle a bit better, won't be as top heavy, but I've been enjoying using both of these. I don't really have any complaints about the bodies. You could always take these bodies off and use a little Lexan body or something if you wanted to make it a high performance crawler, but I think these bodies look really cool for a mini one, and the suspension works really well. They've got good articulation and good dampening because they have the oil filled. Like, they're just really cool. I actually really like them. And if you can see, like, put it up there next to the 1/10 version, look at the size difference. It's quite a bit smaller, but not like your 1/24 scales, which are even smaller than this again. I think this 1/18 is a great little size to use inside or on small little crawler tracks or in your backyard, or just places where the 24 scale would be a little bit too small and the 1/10 would be a little bit too big. This is like a kind of in the middle, you know. You got a rainy day and you want to play with a crawler, you could set up a course inside your house for this if you wanted to, you know. Like, yeah, it's just really cool. These are a lot cheaper. Like, obviously pricing is different all around the world. I bought these in Australia. Yeah, the two of them were like $600 as opposed to that Bronco was like $1,200 or something in Australia. So literally half the price for two of these. So one of them's like $300 in Australia. I know it's probably a lot more expensive than the rest of the world, but that's what happens here in Australia. We pay quite a bit more. These are your boxes behind. I just chucked them up there for a bit of a backdrop. You can see that's the different colors that the Bronco comes in. 1/18 scale, and with the Defender here, I'll just spin it around. There's your different colors that the Defender can come in. Obviously I just chose the blue and the red. Yeah, I'm stoked with them. I think they're really cool. I'll be interesting to see what other styles that they bring out in this TRX-4Ms. I reckon they've definitely hit a bit of a gold mine here. I can see that they're probably going to bring out all the body shapes that they make in the 1/10 will probably come out in this. Something that I'll be excited to see is if they bring out like the TRX-6 in this 1/18 scale. If they bring that out, I'll definitely be getting one of those for sure. But I reckon we'll see a lot more body shapes coming to this TRX-4M, and I think it's going to be really, really popular for someone that wants a cheap little small crawler. I don't think you can go wrong. Like, for kids and everything, these are so simple to charge with that little USB charger. You just plug it into any USB thing you got, like a phone charger or a computer, plug the other end in the battery, and it balances it and charges it all in one. Stick it in the truck and off you go. Like, really simple for kids, simple for adults, great fun, and they're fully upgradable. There's one thing with these trucks that people are whinging. Some people think it's great, some people think it's bad. I don't actually care. I think it's a good thing. These trucks from the factory do not come with bearings. They come with bushings. So they don't roll as nice as bearings and stuff. But the one good side is, if you want to use them in mud and, you know, wash them out with the hose and not care about them as much, the bearings aren't going to seize up because it doesn't have any. It's got bushings. They don't really seize too much underwater and stuff. They're a lot less maintenance, less troubles, less things to go wrong. For me, on a crawler, I don't think I really care too much. Like, If this was like a on-road race car, obviously bearings roll a lot better. You'll get better battery life. They'll be a lot faster. They're just much nicer to use. So yes, anyone will agree bearings are nicer. Bushings are a lot cheaper for Traxxas, so it makes the price of them cheaper. But what I like about it is the maintenance thing. Like I said, you run them through dirt and mud and get them wet and stuff. There's less chance of these bushings that are in these seizing, where the bearings, you have to do a lot more maintenance on them. But hey, another thing they do is they make a bearing kit. You can buy a bearing kit and put a full bearing kit in this if you really want to. I think most people won't care. It is a crawler. Like, it doesn't make a huge difference. It will probably drive a bit nicer and have a lot less restriction with the bearings in it. But I think most people, if they weren't told it had bearings or had bushings or whatever, they probably wouldn't know. They probably wouldn't care. Most people just pull these things out of the box, use them as they are, and wouldn't know any difference unless you told them. But the ones that do know and care about bearings, you can always buy a bearing kit and put it in yourself. But as a good starting platform, I think out of the box, they're great to use. Plenty of potential in them, and you can always upgrade them to bearings. You can put different tires, you can put different links. So if there's anything on them you don't like, there's heaps of upgrades for these already, and I'm sure there'll be a lot more in the future. So yeah, this is just a bit of a look at these TRX-4Ms. I think they're really cool. I'm happy I bought both of them because I thought they were both really cool and I wanted to try them out. And yeah, if you like what you see, go and pick one up while you can, because I'm sure they're all going to sell out pretty quick. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and leave a like if you like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.